Most small business owners hear continuous improvement and think big corporations, consultants with clipboards, acronyms, and buzzwords, and a whole lot of meetings that don't make money, so they write it off. I don't have time for that. I just need more customers. But here's the truth nobody tells you. Continuous improvement is not a corporate luxury. It's a small business cheat code, and you don't need a certification or a giant program. You need a handful of simple tools that fit on a whiteboard your team can actually use and quietly turn a messy, stressful business into something smoother, more profitable, and a lot easier to run. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 7 simple CI tools that can realistically double the value of a small business over time. More profit from the same revenue, more capacity from the same team, and more time back for you as the owner. Let's break the "this is only for big companies" belief right now. Set the frame. Why this is a small business lever. Before we get into the tools, I want to reframe what continuous improvement actually is. It's not Japanese words on posters, complicated software, or a big binder of SOPs nobody reads. At the small business level, CI is just a simple way to make today's work a little smoother than yesterday's and to keep those gains. Small business owners have 3 big constraints: time, people, cash. The right tools help you move work faster, fix recurring problems for good, and stop burning time and money on the same issues over and over. That's where the doubling comes from. You don't have to double revenue if you can. Cut waste, cut rework, and get more done with what you already have. Tool 1, the one-page process map, seeing the work. Tool number 1 is a one-page process map. Most small businesses run on a collection of habits and heroics. Everyone has their own version of how it works. The process map is how you get one shared picture. Pick a process that actually makes you money. Lead to sale signed client, to first delivery job finished, to cash collected. On a whiteboard, write the start on the left, the finish on the right. Ask the people who do the work to fill in the 5 to 10 big steps, boxes and arrows. That's it. Then ask, where do we slow down here? Where do we usually get it wrong? Where does work bounce back and forth? This little drawing exposes hidden bottlenecks, shows handoffs that cause drama, and gives you a visual anchor for every improvement conversation. You can't double performance on a process everyone sees differently. This tool fixes that. Tool 2, 5, Whys, stopping surface level fixes. Tool number 2 is 5 Whys. Small businesses are famous for treating symptoms. We were late because the client was difficult. We messed up because the team was careless. We're stressed because the market is bad. That kind of thinking keeps you stuck. 5 Whys forces you to dig deeper. Take a recurring problem. For example, we often deliver projects late. Ask, why are we late? Because we underestimated how long things would take. Why did we underestimate? Because we guessed instead of using actual data. Why are we guessing? Because we don't track how long tasks really take. Why don't we track it? Because we don't have a simple way to log time. Now you're at something you can actually change, a missing basic time tracking habit. Use 5 Whys. In your weekly huddle right next to your process map, focus on one problem at a time. This tool alone can save you thousands just by stopping you from fixing the wrong thing over and over. Tool 3, PDCA, tiny experiments instead of big overhauls. Tool number 3 is PDCA, plan, do, check, act. This is your no big bets tool. Instead of redesigning a process in one shot, you plan, define the problem clearly. Pick a small goal, decide one change to test. Run that change on a small scale for a short time. Check, see what happened. Did the metric you care about move? Act if it worked, bake it into your standard. If it didn't, either adjust or drop it. Example, problem. Onboarding takes 10 days. Plan. For the next 10 new clients, we'll send the welcome email and scheduling link within 24 hours and aim to get onboarding under 5 days. Do. Run it for those 10 clients. Check. Measure their actual time. Act. If it worked, that's now the rule. This tool keeps you from chasing every idea, making huge changes based on guesswork, or getting stuck in planning mode forever. You just keep running small, safe experiments that stack. Tool 4, a simple visual scoreboard knowing if you're winning. Tool number 4 is a simple visual scoreboard. Most owners run their business off their bank balance, their stress level, and a vague sense of busy. That's not data. You need a small set of numbers that tell you, are we faster? Are we more reliable? Are we more profitable? Pick 5 to 7 metrics that matter right now. For example, new leads, conversion rate, average days from yes to delivery or kickoff, on-time delivery rate, rework, or complaints per month, cash in versus cash out. Put them on a whiteboard or screen, target current value, quick trend if you can review them every week in a short meeting. Ask, which one is hurting the most? What did we do last week that might have moved these? Which metric are we going to focus on this month? This tool turns vague. We need to improve talk into clear, we want to move this number by this much by this time actions. Tool 5, standard work, checklists that print money. Tool number 5 is standard work. Standard work is not about turning your people into robots. It's about protecting them from chaos. Without it, every person does things their own way. Quality depends on who's on shift, training, new people is slow. Every improvement fades when things get busy. Standard work is just the best way you know to do a task today, written down in a simple, usable format. Start where mistakes cost you the most. Quoting and pricing, onboarding, final checks before delivery invoicing turn each into a short checklist, a script outline, or a simple one-pager, for example, an invoice-ready checklist. All items included correct rates, correct client details, job marked, complete supporting docs attached, commit as a team. If we're going to do this task, we at least follow this checklist. That alone can cut a ton of rework and delay, which goes straight to your bottom line. Tool 6, Kanban board, managing work without losing your mind. Tool number 6 is a Kanban board. This is how you manage work without everything living in your head. Set up simple columns to do in progress. Waiting, on client, on supplier, on info, done every job, order, or project is a card that moves left to right. Now you can see what exists, what's stuck, who's overloaded. The second part is key. WIP limits, work in progress. Decide how many jobs each person can have in progress at once, how many total jobs can be in that column. When you hit the limit, nobody starts new work. Everyone focuses on finishing what's already started. Benefits, less multitasking, fewer half-done jobs, easier to spot bottlenecks, smoother, more predictable delivery. This tool alone can increase throughput without hiring anyone, which is another way your business doubles without doubling headcount. Tool 7, improvement log, making progress trackable. Tool number 7 is an improvement log. In most businesses, ideas die in conversations. People say, we should fix this, we should try that. Then everyone goes back to their inbox and nothing changes. An improvement log is just one place where you track problems, ideas, experiments, outcomes. Use whatever is easiest. A spreadsheet, a simple board, a page in your project tool. Columns might be problem and idea, owner status, backlog, testing, implemented, dropped, metric affected, result, and notes. Every week during your huddle, add new items, pick 1 to 3 to move into testing with PDCA, review old tests, and decide what to keep. This tool keeps you from forgetting good ideas, shows your team that improvement is real, not just talk, and over time becomes proof of the value you're building into the business. It's hard to feel stuck when you can literally point to a list of things you've fixed and improved. How these 7 tools quietly double a small business. Let's zoom out. How do these 7 simple tools add up to something as big as doubling a business? Not overnight, but over time, they cut waste and rework, speed up delivery, and cash stabilize quality, reduce owner bottlenecks. That lifts margin, you keep more of what you make. Capacity, you can handle more work without melting down. Valuation, if you ever sell, buyers pay more for a business that runs on systems, not heroics. Here's a simple way to think about it. If you use these tools to reclaim even 10 to 20% of wasted time, and you reduce mistakes and delays by the same amount, and you get paid faster, you're effectively increasing what your current revenue and team are worth. You don't need a viral ad campaign to double the real value of your business. You need a cleaner, calmer, more reliable machine. What to do this month? Let's make this real. Here's what I challenge you to do over the next 30 days. Week 1, pick one money-making process. Build a simple one-page process map with your team. Week 2, choose one recurring problem in that process. Use 5 whys to get to a root cause. Design a PDCA experiment to test a fix. Week 3, set up a basic visual scoreboard with 5 to 7 metrics. Create one checklist for a key step in that process. Week 4, start a simple Kanban board, add an improvement log, and move your PDCA test into it. At the end of the week, decide what you're going to keep. By the end of the month, you won't be doing lean. You'll just feel your business start to run smoother with fewer fires and more control. That's the beginning of the doubling. Continuous improvement is not some corporate hobby. It's the set of tools that let small businesses get more profit from the same revenue, get more work done with the same people, and get the owner out of the center of every problem. You don't need all 7 tools perfect on day 1. You just need to start using a few of them consistently. If you want help deciding which 2 tools to start with for your specific kind of business, hit like, so this reaches more owners like you. Subscribe for more simple, real-world CI content, and drop a comment that says 7 tools plus what kind of business you run. I'll use those to create more examples and breakdowns so you can stop feeling like CI is for big companies and start using it to quietly transform yours.